Guys, if you're at like a local store you frequent and there's like, you know, the cutie at the flower shop, would you ever say anything? Would you approach? Would you be like, hello, madame? Slides phone number across counter? Or would you just be like, well, I hope she asks me and I'm never gonna say anything? Which one are you? Wouldn't say that though. Well, you know, I gave an example. not really thinking you'd say it like that necessarily. I did. Turned out she hated nerdy. Oh, I think it's fine to drop your card. Be like, hey, here you go. But not to like chat her up, you know what I mean? Then it's too much. And then like, yeah, like you said, like then you have to force them to interact, which feels a little invasive, right? Okay, assuming random single person has cards. Well, it doesn't have to be literally like your business card. It could be a slip of paper that you write a number on or whatever, but you know what I mean. But I think honestly, everyone should have one and just carry a couple on you, a personal card. It doesn't even have to say like, oh, contact me for this service. It could just be like, here's my name, here's my number. That's it. I think everyone should have it. Business card would send mixed signals? No. I mean, if you drop it and you're like, contact me sometime, she might be like, why? Does this person want a proposition? You know, like then maybe. But if you're like, you look nice and I hope you call me, then she'll be like, oh, they're just giving me their number. You know what I mean? Like, it really depends on what you say, I think. But if you're like, contact me, then it's, you know what I mean? Oh my God, you said, I'll tell you mixed signal. I had a woman write a note on a business card with a heart on it, but the card was from one of her male coworkers. I still have no idea what I should have done with that one. Call him up. Hey, baby girl. Yeah, that's... I remember someone giving me their card and they were like, I was working and they were like, hey, you know, and they had spoken to me a few times while I was working in a way that made sense. It was fine. Like they weren't hitting on me. They were just making conversation while I was there, which was fine in the environment I was working in at that time. And they'd come in a few times. And then I remember the dude handed me his card and was like, if you ever want to go eat somewhere sometime, let me know. I was like, oh, thanks. And I took the card. The problem was I was like 18 and he was like 26 and I was like, hey, there's nothing legally wrong with this, but I don't like that. It's not the worst, but he knew. It's one thing if you don't know the person's age and you find out later. I feel like that's not so crazy, right? Sometimes the way people speak, you might think they're older, you might think they're younger, whatever. But I don't know. Yeah, but he knew. So I was like, I don't like it. Also, he was an artist. He was like, I'm an artist. I have a studio. And I was like, that's cool. That's great.